Roddy Ricch's Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial was one of the larger debuts for a hip-hop artist, which went number one, and a major part of that album's success was the hit single The Box, which went number one back in January, and it was the source of so many memes and jokes, and that really pushed his song to just get millions and millions of streams, and of course leading to the massive success of his debut album. And so today I wanted to have a little fun and actually break down what I believe are the most technical aspects of the track, The Box. And by technical aspects, I mean those aspects of the track that really reflect the skill that a rapper is using in crafting his lyrics and making a track more appealing. And I'm going to show you what those aspects of The Box were, and they probably subtly and subconsciously influence you into liking the song. So first of all, I like to say that for me personally, the song, it was catchy. It didn't have that much content, so it wasn't that substantive, but I did point out some things that were like, oh, okay, that was actually really creative. And so I'm going to show you what those are in this video. So first of all, I got to say that in the hook, he has a nice alliteration of the B sound when he goes busting all the bells out the box. So you hear that B, 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 busting bells box. And just that little thing right there makes a really nice technical difference when you're hearing the track. That sounds better on your ear. And sometimes you're aware of this type of thing and sometimes you're not, but it still subconsciously influences how you enjoy it. Also, he internally rhymes the "eh" sound in the following lines, where he says, hit a lick with the box, put the stick in the box. Those mesh well inside the repeat and rhyme scheme of the box. Hit a lick with the box, put a stick in the box. And so you hear the ah, again and again. And like I said, that subtly makes a really nice, palatable experience when you're hearing the hook. So the same thing goes with when he says like with the Mojo deals and the Hody seal, like that Mojo deals, Hody seal, like you can hear the same cadence and then the rhyme scheme continues. And finally, even though it's simple, it sounds nice and it's cool that it is repeated. The end rhyme scheme of the double ah sound in the last four lines of the hook, when he goes to Cash App, slat, back that, so you hear and it sounds weird when you break it down like that, but when you hear it in the lyrics, you see why it makes sense. So if you go into the first verse, he actually continues to rhyme that scheme with the sound. You say go back where the stash at, in the Cadillac where the bag at. So you hear and that continuation actually makes a nice cohesiveness and keeps it going. And that part's nice. And then he has some solid references in the first verse here too, where he goes, got the Draco with me, Dwayne Carter. Obviously, Draco is a reference for a gun, but also by him saying Draco with me, Dwayne Carter, Draco is a reference for Drake, so it's a double there. And Dwayne Carter, of course, is Lil Wayne's real name, and of course, Lil Wayne and Drake, same record deal. They collaborated a lot. Lil Wayne brought him on. So he then creates a basketball scheme that is a metaphor for how he is moving in the streets / the game. Of course, basketball is a game, but being a metaphor for the streets, so the game and the streets go hand in hand. And he finishes it with the reference to Vince Carter, who was a basketball player. And so he's referencing his game in the streets to how Vince Carter games in basketball. When he says, I put my whole arm in the rim. And if you don't know, Vince Carter was known in the slam dunk contest for performing so well. He jumped so high that when he dunked, he put literally up to his elbow, his whole arm inside of the rim. If you haven't seen that, you gotta go check it out. So that wasn't a bad reference there. Like the metaphor, the scheme he chose, the rhyme, that's fairly creative. It's not the best thing I ever heard, but it's still really good, especially for a catchy song where you usually don't hear those type of things. So I also enjoyed the cadence and flow switch he employed in the last three of the bars when he goes, I got the pink slip, which is really big departure from the way he was flowing before. Oh, my whip's a keyless. Like that really catches your attention because it's different, but it also, the sound overall is so unique that you want to hear some more too. So like ultimately he was really creative there. So then if you continue, we're going to jump down into the second verse. The rhyme schemes in the first half of the second verse are still nice. And so where he goes, I was moving them out, got the blues in the pouch and the shoes in the house. And then he continues on a little bit further down with chances in traffic, no hands with it, playing like a landing strip, president candidate, Zimmerman-ish, gangster, so that's why she picked a Crip. So you hear that the sound again and again. President candidate, landing strip, Zimmerman-ish, gangster, Crip. Like you hear that over and over and over again. And I don't think people realize how much of an effect that has on your listening pleasure or experience when you're hearing a track. And so overall, I gotta say it again, he didn't say much in the track, but the rhyme scheme, the cadence, and the production created a hit record basically that went viral. That was the source of many memes. So in light of all of that, what's your favorite aspect of this track?